Wow! We are live backstage at the VIP area. That was incredible. Hall and Oates, man. Daryl Hall, John Oates back together again. And, of course, coming up in just a few minutes, we're only halfway through this thing. Chicago will take the stage.
Of course, Hall & Oates, 25 years, and geez, 6 #1 hits, and all those top 40 hits. It's just incredible, and I can hardly wait for Chicago.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. And by the way, the two fat guys you see right now, yeah, we're Carlson and McKenzie from Boston's Eagle 93.7. We're right here next door to the Harbor Lights Pavilion, right here in downtown Boston. There they go. There go the guys. Daryl Hall and John Oates,
incredible.
Man. They put the energy in it, man.
Well, there's no question that those two together just mixed well, and I can hardly wait for Chicago.
Well, I did have a chance to catch up with John Oates backstage right after the sound check. It was pretty cool. He's a great guy. Had a chance to talk with him about things with Daryl, about the mustache. You know, I had to ask him about the mustache and what it's like collaborating with Daryl again after all these years. John, the kids you guys played for 20 years ago, they're all grown up now, but you guys are still pumping it out, and that's got to feel good. You're still playing. It's fun for you guys.
Well, we're playing for those people who grew up. They were kids, now they're older, now, and we're playing for their kids. It's great. I mean, it's great to see generations pass by, and, you know, for us, we're musicians. We've always been musicians from the time we were born, speaking for Daryl and myself. And I don't see any reason to let something like age be a yardstick to say, hey, it's time to stop. I mean, you can stop if you want, but if you don't want to, there's no reason to.
Well, what's exciting about that, I think, and you know, my wife in particular has all your albums from the 70s, and now here she gets to watch you again on pay-per-view. And that's cool for the kids that are now adults.
We have a lot of kids who have grown up with our music vis-a-vis their parents, and it's great because I see young kids in the audience know the words of the songs, some of the really old songs, probably some songs that might have been written or recorded before they were born. So yeah, it's real cool.
And now, current Marigold Sky is out, brand new, 7 years coming. Welcome back together, Daryl Hall and John Oates, and that's got to feel good. Marigold Sky. Tell me about that album, how that came about.
Well, you know, Daryl and I had, even though we hadn't recorded since 1990, we did an album in 1990 called Change of Season. And we decided to go our separate ways. We definitely did not break up. And during that period of time, even though we didn't record, we toured, we went to Japan, did a bunch of things. A great tour with Carly Simon over one summer. And we just felt it was time for us to bring our music back to the modern world. We had been doing kind of a greatest hits show because we didn't have a new album out, and we thought we need to play some new music. So we started writing, and we got together last year and did the album.
Well, the solo career's been healthy for you guys after coming back after 7 years, and now you got the tour overseas, Japan, London, big tour here in the States that ends, I believe, this month, correct?
Actually, we're doing this summer tour in 2 phases. The tour that we're doing right now with Chicago ends at the end of July. Then we go out again by ourselves for August into September.
So what about when that tour is over? Do you guys head back into the studio, put together another album, take a break, back on tour? What's it going to be?
Well, we're definitely going to take a little break. We have to rest a little bit. It's been a really hard year. But no, we are going to go back in the studio. We're going to record a new album over the winter. And we have, I think it's going to be kind of a different project. We're going to do, right now the working title's Philadelphia Classics. And we're going to do some older songs and some things that we're going to have a lot of fun with. So that's what we're working on right now. In fact, it's not really 100% firm yet, but that's where we're going.
What about when you do take a break? Do you vacation with the new wife and child? What do you do with your free time?
Well, after this kind of tour, my idea of taking a break is staying home. Definitely not traveling. I mean, we travel so much that I don't want to see airplanes or, you know, buses or cars or anything like that. I definitely enjoy staying home. You know, I live on a little farm in the mountains, and we have a nice little life there, and I'd like to soak that up for a while.
Well, if I could send a message out to your new wife, could she let you grow the mustache back? Is that possible? I like the mustache.
She's never seen me with a mustache, other than in old pictures. That was a different part of my life. It was a different time, and you know, in some weird way, it symbolized a certain part of my life that I've left behind. So it's fine with me.
Thanks, John.
Okay.
John Oates.
Thank you.
Hey, look. I had to ask him about the mustache.
Well, and the sideburns, if you noticed, they've been trimmed up too. You know.
Well, along with the afro. Remember the big fro?
I like the old afro. I thought it was great. I didn't have a problem. But he's so small and lovable. You just want to hug the guy. You know.
He's such a family man now. You know. He's so reserved.
Hey, don't forget Chicago in just a couple of minutes. The guys are pumped for it. The crowd looks great tonight, and it's going to be an incredible evening.
Well, before that happens, I had a chance, too, to catch up with Daryl Hall backstage. Now, Daryl is a solo man. You know that. He worked on the new album, the collaboration with John Oates, Marigold Sky. And I had to ask Daryl about the height differential. I had to throw that at him. Daryl Hall.
Yes.
Tell us about your most recent collaboration with John Oates, Marigold Sky.
Well, it was a lot of fun to make. I think that's the best thing about it. It was a very quick album, and that's also a good sign. It means everything's working well. And I think it's sort of the essence of Hall & Oates brought into the modern world, and that's what we were trying to do, and I think we pulled it off.
The essence of Hall & Oates has been the Philly soul sound. Is that involved in this album?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that we come from Philadelphia, and we sort of developed a sound that was a combination of the regional roots, the soul gospel thing, and then we brought in some other acoustic elements and things like that, a little bit of rock elements. It's whatever it is, it's some hybrid thing that we created, and I think it's very much in this album.
Now, you're a solo guy, too. Mm-hmm. Do you have another solo album coming out? When can we expect it? Are we going to see one soon?
Yeah. I have one coming out in... I think September, possibly early October. I think September, though. It's called Can't Stop Dreaming, and it's been on the can. I was going to release it before the Hall & Oates record, but I decided to reverse it.
Now, you haven't changed a bit, man. You look the same as you did 20 years ago. John, on the other hand, he's aged a little. No, I'm kidding. You guys look great. You still look great, honest to God. How do you guys work out, stay in shape? What's the deal?
Yeah, it's really all about pacing yourself. And, John and I both work out, and it's going to take care of ourselves, and I'm mummified.
Yeah. Well, I imagine touring the country and the world, for that matter, Japan, London, that's got to help. That keeps you in shape. Does that still excite you? Are you satisfied with touring?
It's the most fun of anything we do, because it's the one moment when we have direct contact with the audience, which is, everything else is sort of chart positions and very abstract and radio play. But this, you can look at people's faces and say, hey, okay,
Yeah. It helps when they start out screaming and yelling and clapping right at the beginning, doesn't it?
No hurt there.
Let me ask you this about playing songs live in concert. You've been doing it for a long time. Are there any songs out there? There's some artists out there that say, playing certain song can wear and tear on them. They're not even thinking about the lyrics when they're singing them. Are there any smashes that you guys play that, you're not even thinking about it when you're performing it?
Actually, no. There's nothing that we play, or at least that I play, that I don't feel strongly about, because I don't think I could sing a song. I mean, I'm a soul singer. If I don't feel it, then it's not gonna communicate. So we've had songs over the years. If we get tired of them, we just stop it for a while. We drop them and we don't play them for maybe years, and then we'll revive them and we'll have a completely different take on it. So we're lucky that we have enough songs that we can do that.
Well, 7 years has passed for Daryl Hall and John Oates working out an album together. The writing and collaboration on this particular album, Marigold Sky, is it any different, do you feel, than it was 7 years ago for you guys?
Nah. John and I have known each other since we were kids, so it's really like a brother kind of thing. And, the way we work is it's sort of hard to describe. It's not, I wouldn't call it always 50-50, but whatever makes it work is what's important, and, it's effortless, and it's sort of almost as a telepathic.
That's great. There's a rumor out there that you guys it's not really a rumor. There's definitely a height discrepancy between the two of you. Now, do you slouch for photo opportunities just to make John feel more comfortable?
I do a lot of standing with my legs apart like this. See, that brings me down about 4 inches, 5 inches. I'm very used to taking pictures with my legs apart like that.
Well, it was great talking to you and John both. Okay. Daryl Hall, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much.